Okay, back and gotta talk to Morden. He just did his loyalty mission, so we need to see what he has to say. I don't think Joker has anything to say, but I'll check.
Commander.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Nothing there.
Still hard to believe Malin betrayed me. Betrayed my work. Disgusted by his actions. Proud of his nerve, though. Almost thought he lacked backbone. Shame I had to kill him. Might have made a good member of the team. Willing to get his hands dirty.
You're really at peace with what happened?
Yes, of course. Can't change what happened. Life continues. Back to mission, back to work. Become like Malin otherwise. Stellarian emotional processing faster than other species. Has to be. Short-lived culture can't spend time reminiscing.
So you really don't feel bad at all about what happened on Tachanka?
Yes, correct. Now, at least. Greatly distressed at the time. Stages of grief, loss, anger, rationalization. Dealt with it. Most issues settled on Tuchanka, some on shuttle back to Normandy.
Malin didn't seem like he processed his emotional response. He was obsessed with the genophage.
True, didn't mean to imply that Solarians were healthier emotionally, can still make wrong choices, bad decisions from grief, anger, guilt. Malin couldn't accept feelings. Made decision, executed. Probably before I left for Omega. Wish I'd seen it. Solarians still feel, just resolve it quickly. Explains lack of marriage, can't sustain courtship emotions. Or perhaps based on reproduction. Unsure.
What about Malin's data on the genophage? His attempts at a cure?
What about it? Have it over there somewhere. Not dealing with it now. Need to focus on collectors. Not important now, regardless. Appreciate you helping me back on Tuchanka. Should get back to work. Wasted enough time already. Lots to do. Talk later?
Okay. Alright, make a pit stop at the Shadow Broker base. I don't think we'll get an upgrade this time, but maybe, who knows. Alright. So I dealt with that. Let's go there. And let's see, we want to reset Morden and take that point out of neural shock and reclaim it. Man, what is with the platinum? Give me some palladium. Okay, Morden. Shields or weapon damage? I think we're gonna go shields. And I'm gonna re-spec Samara now. You know, I don't know how useful throw field will be with all these protected enemies around, but just might as well. Paul is definitely not high on my list. Now here, I don't know. I think maybe we'll go area. Anybody else? I think we already did Thane. Garrus is fine. Tally we need to do eventually. And Miri, I don't think I want to do Miri quite yet. Leave her the way she is for now. Okay, what do we got? Oh, platinum? No problem. And I don't need that at all, since I'm not using a shotgun. Iridium. Wow, it's going to use most of my supply of iridium. And I don't know that I'm going to use Grunt, but might as well. It can hurt. I don't know. Since we got so... Whoa, that's a lot of platinum. I was thinking I could just take it off the list and not have it there, cluttering things up, but not at that price. Still, I'm thinking I might want to go heavy and Bastion. No, I think we'll save it for now. Okay, let's go off and do Jacob's mission now. Okay. How is our journal looking? Tally, Jack, and Jacob. Just 3 left to go. Often I just skip Jacob and Jack because they don't make any changes in ME3 if you don't do them. I mean, Jacob gets 1 line extra in ME3, and Jack is, there's really not much change. Javik comments on whether you did her mission or not, but there's really not much change. I mean, there's a minor difference if you use her for the bubble or not, but you could use her for the bubble whether she's loyal or not. Of course, if you use a non-loyal Jack, you're going to lose somebody. But on the whole, there's really not any differences in those two in ME3, whether you do their mission or not, of course. And you don't need
reserves at 50%.
You don't need to do them to keep them alive. It's very easy to keep them alive without doing their missions. Alright, let's go do Jacob. And the reason I'm doing it here, even though it's not necessary, is it just makes more sense from a story point of view, because Shepard said we should concentrate on, you know, getting the crew ready. And so if we take off to the Reaper IFF right now, she won't be doing her part to get the crew ready.
Anomaly detected.
Alright. Oh, I gotta scan for it?
Jenna, distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW4610034087.
Ooh, look.
Probe launched. I have found something. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe away.
Really need any platinum. We're good on the platinum front. A little EZO there, not much.
Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched.
Well, it's not much, but
Probe launched.
I think that's about it. Alright. Okay, let's go. Maybe we could take Kasumi. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Kasumi because of her overload and her shadow strike. Alright. I'm gonna go the weapon damage route. Basically more weapon damage, more health, or greater radius on Flashbang. Fortunately, most of those people are going to be protected, so we'll go that way. Yeah, I could have maybe reset her when we're in the Shadowbroker base, taking it out of the Master Thief and put it all in here. But, oh well. Okay. Looks good. What about this dude? Grenade launcher or missile launcher? Let's bring the missile launcher. Okay.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
Alright. Jacob. Actually, wait a minute. Doesn't make any sense. I have my own ammo power. Dirt. Oh well. I didn't need Jacob's. Should have taken that into consideration. Oh well. Hopefully his ammo power can at least panic some people. For Kasumi and himself. I'm going to take the higher damage one.
There it is, and mostly intact. Could have survived impact, but it's been years.
Or maybe I should go with his, because I could use it to panic people. Yeah, why don't we do that? Jacob, thank you.
Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
I wonder what that is out there. Don't care about money.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time, 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by Acting Captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Who is in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
There's no way he could avoid eating something grown on this planet.
Along with us anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
If I didn't stop sending messages. But now she's so innocent. They all are. That look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
After a crash, you can't expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
You came? From the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The Hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
These guys are so amazingly deadly, it's incredible.
Sweet!
Get up! Come on! Apparently I was in a spot where I couldn't actually... Yeah, these guys are incredibly deadly. Just way too many of them.
You're done!
So, that's neural decay, huh? They just seemed regular old crazy to me.
That's... I've never brought Kasumi on this mission before.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
I wonder what Grunt would have to say on this mission. Grunt would have nothing to contribute. I mean, Jacob's already given us incendiary ammo. And his concussive shot is like, okay, whatever. It's not a big deal. So... Still, his comments might be fun. I might play this sometime on a lower difficulty level and just so I could bring Grunt along.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
They're wearing the same uniform as the ones who attacked us, but they don't look ready for a fight.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent.
That would make sense. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
You certainly seem to have a way with words.
You heard her. I have his face. My father forced the crew to eat toxic food. What the hell?
He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
Go away. You are like him. You will keep us here.
I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing.
Isn't there, oh yeah.
Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
He keeps us, protects us, and we please him like he demands. The hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
I don't need money.
Authorized for lethal force.
Get ready.
Your captain. Demands obedience. Weapons are forbidden. Hostile forces have engaged. Weapons are forbidden. Your captain demands obedience.
What's this?
Weapons
Oh, it's
are
money.
forbidden.
What? Is there another one out here? Yep.
Excuse me. Your captain demands obedience. Weapons are forbidden.
He did this to his own men? Who the hell are we dealing with here?
Well, that would make them hate him. But maybe it was just for defense.
Yeah, Kasumi's line didn't quite fit with Jacob's there. Grab that.
You have his face. But you fight his machines.
You might stop this. This, I forget how to read, but this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
The beacon was fixed after a year, so the plan must have worked. Why no signal?
Those weren't the last entries on the casualty list. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle, or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
So why call for help now?
The surviving males are changing. Everything he did is coming back to bite him in the ass. 9 years. Why didn't he set it right? I need to find this man. Just got free. He's covering his ass.
Ah, it looks like that dried up body was left as a warning. These newer ones were just dumped here.
The hunters started fighting back.
Combat system. Allied force
Uh-oh. I was out of cover a little bit too long. Where are we? Oh, we're over here. Oh, crap.
Warning, hostile force using non-standard ammunition.
Okay, that's good.
We've got...
He had plenty of choices. A little late to blame his victims.
Where are you coming from, Jacob? I don't know. The hell? There were like a gazillion of them before.
Impact event. Excuse me. Careful.
He even switched my weapon up.
On our right.
Impact event.
You got it.
Sure thing.
Collision proximity warning.
Get up.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Combat session engaged. Excuse me.
Lost shields.
Collision proximity warning.
Ah! What did it stick to? I don't understand.
Impact event. Collision proximity warning. Critical system damage. Copy.
He had his fun. Now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
We can use this.
And there's no place to put your crew over here.
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
Alright, I'm gonna put Kasumi over there.
As good a place as any.
No. Kasumi.
Gotcha.
Thank you. And let's put Jacob over here.
Right.
This is an impossible spot to fight from. It's a lot easier if you're an engineer. You just
for him. Must stop or no rescue.
okay, here it comes.
Take them! Kill them! You kill them! It will stop you! Engaging.
Towing weapons. Assessment requested.
Go, Shepard, go.
Straight for him.
Come on, where are you?
So we can go home.
Enough with the toys. Look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
Element 0, cool. Take that. How much? That's good. That's good.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Doesn't matter. You're running a very questionable setup here, Captain. Explain.
Of course. It was chaos after the crash, and the crew never really accepted me as captain. They rebelled and trapped us here. Once they started eating the toxic food, I couldn't control them. And I couldn't get to the beacon.
Just stop. We know what you did to your crew. Why let this go 10 years?
Who the hell are you?
Taylor. Lieutenant Jacob Taylor.
Jacob? My Jacob?
Not who you expected, Captain?
I was hoping not to have to explain this to him. Or anyone, really. You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the Droolers. That was before the Hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
There's no way I'm letting this slide, Taylor. A price will be paid.
How much? What kind of math can balance these lives? His life isn't worth pulling the damn trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
Well, now I have a chance to arrest him, and I don't want to. I don't know. Let's go with the middle one, I think.
Maybe we go arrange pickup for the rest of the survivors while the acting captain deals with the hole we punched through his mechs.
Now wait, I'm supposed to get rescued. The crazy ones, you don't know what they'll do to me.
No, I think we know exactly what'll happen.
My father was a different man, Shepard. A good man. Wish I'd found him.
Jacob!
You were a better man dead. As far as I'm concerned, you still are.
Jacob!
Survivors are being treated by Alliance personnel with additional server support. Pleased to see Taylor unharmed psychologically by experience. Jacob Taylor has dealt with his father and is now focused solely on this mission. power for Jacob that I think I may just want to... Nah, I'm not going to use him. But if I was going to use him, I'd think I'd just spec him right out of that. New outfit, heavy pistol damage, some credits, and some element 0.
Alliance ships are inbound to pick up survivors, Commander. We can be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give them the tail lights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did. But I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine. You didn't forward it. So who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor's body has some catching up to do, but the man died a long time ago. I've already dealt with that. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this.
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Come on, we got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard. Thanks for that.
Anytime, Jacob.
Okay, well, so much for this episode. When we come back, it's time to do Jack's loyalty mission. Although, story-wise, I'm not sure how Jack's loyalty mission is supposed to fit in here, because, remember, this Shepard is a Cerberus partisan. Maybe this will sow the seeds of doubt, but she'll still be on Cerberus' side by the time we get to the collector base. But anyway, that's what we're going to do next. Until then, take it easy.